Let me show you an easy and quick chicken stir fry that's so good. Here we go. So I'm working with 2 chicken breasts, maybe like 1 pound to 1.5 pounds of chicken breast works for this recipe. I have it in my bowl here, and what I'm going to do now is velvet the meat. I'm adding like 1.5 teaspoons to 2 teaspoons of baking soda. I'm also going to add some water, maybe like 1/3 cup to 1/2 cup of water. I sort of eyeballed it at this point. I'm also going to add some Chinese cooking wine. I'm also going to add like 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch into the mix. Here I'm going to add some onion powder and garlic powder. I'm going to add some white pepper, and be sure to check the description. I will put the ingredient list, sesame oil, and some soy sauce. And now I'm going to add some chicken bouillon powder into the mix. Here I'm going to add a pinch of salt. And now just give it a really good mix. All of these things are going to flavor the chicken, and it's going to velvet the meat so that it comes out soft, tender, and marinated. So once I combine all of this, I'm going to cover it with a lid, put it into the refrigerator. You can marinate for 30 minutes, which is what I'm going to do, an hour, overnight. It all works. Okay, for the stir fry sauce, I'm working with 1 cup of water, chicken bouillon powder. I'm going to add some sugar. I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. The ratios of these ingredients are to your preference. I'm also adding some Chinese cooking wine, 2 tablespoons. You'll want to give that a mix, give it a taste, and this is the broth for the sauce. What I'm going to do is add some dark soy sauce into the mix for color. I'll say that's optional. Some people don't have that. Okay, so I'm creating a cornstarch slurry, like 1/4 cup of water, 2 to 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. Okay, so my meat has marinated, and you'll want to take it out like 20 minutes before cooking to remove the chill. That helps with browning and an even cook. Here I have my sauce mixed up. I'm going to be adding broccoli, 1 large white onion, and my cornstarch slurry. You'll have to mix that before pouring it into the pan because the cornstarch settles to the bottom of the bowl. Okay, so I'm working with an electric wok. I'm adding cooking oil. You could use your stovetop. I'm just trying something new here. So we'll see how it goes. But in goes all of my chicken. And the highest temp for this is like 400 degrees on the electric wok here. And I'm just going to start browning and cooking the meat. And I'm just going to do sort of like a 1-pan stir fry. I'm not removing the meat once it starts to brown and cook. I'm just going to stir that around. Already I can see that fond and things are sticking to the bottom. And technically, if you're using like a really well-heated pan or wok, that kind of doesn't happen. Okay, onion going in. I'm just going to continue the stir fry here. Now for the broccoli. And if I had more, I would add more, but I just had like this 1 small crown of broccoli, so it's going in. Sometimes I do scallions into the mix. You could do bell pepper. Okay. So I'm going to mix the sauce again. Well, this is actually the broth for the sauce. And just move over the chicken, onion, and broccoli to one side and pour that in. And I'm sort of going to keep it on one side of the pan until it starts to simmer and boil. It's not going to take very long if you're really working with a well-heated wok. Okay, so time for the slurry. Again, going to give that a mix because things settle to the bottom here. And just pour it in. Right into the simmering liquid, and right away you can see it starts to thicken. So just let that come up to a simmer again, and then you start mixing in your cooked chicken, sauteed onion, and broccoli. And once you mix everything in, give it a taste. If you want to add more salt or seasoning, add it. But this is it. This is how quick this comes together. I'm going to shut off the heat here. And this is ready. This is a quick and easy, delicious, tasty chicken stir fry. And the sauce is simple but so good. I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it. And thanks for watching.